Okay, again, this is chapter 3.1. We're still in problem 2. I made this in a separate video on accident because I thought that I was done when I finished with letter B, but I was not. So, letter D, we're given some function of I, and it says to shift down 5 and reflect across the x-axis. Now, one thing you'll notice is these are both y value things, because to go down 5, well, that's a y value, so that's outside. And to go across the x-axis, well, here's my graph, to go across the x, like that, to go one way or the other, you got to go up and down, so that's a y value thing. So both of these transformations are outside. Okay? So what I need to do is I need to make the whole, to reflect, I got to make the whole thing negative, so I got to make that negative. And to go down 5, well, I got to subtract 5 from my y values. Okay? But let's start here. Let's start with the parent function. Well, not parent function. Start with this function that they gave us. So x and y, if I were to graph that, use a calculator, whatever you want to do, here are the points. What did I just do? There we go. It's back. Alright, so there are the points. And you can get those from a graphing calculator or anything you need to. So to shift down 5, remember we're going to subtract from the outside. And to reflect across the x-axis, we're going to make the whole thing negative. So if I were to rewrite my new function, my new one, let's call it I of x again. Actually, I'll call it something different. I'll call it h of x. Equals negative x minus 3, and 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Okay? But really what we're doing, remember, this is all to the the y values, because they're both outside. So, which do you do first? Do you make it negative, or do you subtract 3? Remember your order of operations. So you multiply by negative, and then you subtract 5. So, this 6 is going to become a negative 6, and if I subtract 5, well, that becomes a negative 11. Okay? If I take a 4, if I make it negative, that's a negative 4, minus 5, well, that's a negative 11. 4 minus, that's a negative 9. All right? 2, well, that's negative 2 now, minus 5 is negative 7. And again, we're doing a 4 and a 6, which you'll get negative 9 and negative 11 again. Okay. So your original, I'll do in blue, is negative 1, 6. 1, 4. 3, 2. Nope. Goes right there. 4. And I'll just follow those trails on out to the end. So I make a nice straight line. That's my original. Right. My new one I'll do in green. So that's negative 1, negative 11, which is right there off the graph, just barely. 1, negative 9 would be right there. 3, negative 7. 4, 5, negative 9. And there you go. This one has been reflected across the x-axis and shifted 5 units further down. There you go.